the secret to cooking for cowboys?
Well, of course, cowboys work very hard, so you need to have hearty food and not what I would say poo-pooey kind of deal. So basically on a chuck wagon, you would have biscuits, you would have beans, beef of some kind, and some kind of dessert. If you had any kind of vegetable, you might have some sliced onions or tomatoes or something like that, maybe a little iceberg lettuce at times. But the basic, beans, biscuits, meat, maybe a little gravy, but that's basically it. And then, of course, in the morning you'd have eggs and things like that. But on a regular lunch or an evening meal, these guys are putting in a lot of hard time, so it's tough.
And can you get them to eat carrots and things like that?
Well, I laugh about it. We have a cookbook out, and I have a carrot recipe in it, but I've added bourbon to the carrots because I figured that was the only way I could get cowboys to eat carrots.
Do chuck wagons still exist in the real, or is it all about recreating what they used to be?
A lot of it is recreated, but what has happened on big Texas ranches that had chuck wagons, and they might have had them in their barns. And, when people started driving pickup trucks and stuff, it was easier to put the stuff in the back, food in the back of a pickup and drive out to the cowboys, and they'd have lunch meat and things like that. But now there's been a resurgence in chuck wagons, and a lot of them have been rebuilt or have been made. There's a lot of competitions with chuck wagons. But what it's done, which is very interesting, it's a lot of these big ranches that still had wagons but had them put up, now have them out because it's so popular. So you'll come to a big ranch. We're at the 4-6s, and they take wagons out all the time. And so it's very important. A wagon onto a cowboy is a home away from home, and it gives them a place. Everybody gathers. They'll have their food. That's where they sleep when they're working cattle. So a chuck wagon is very important.